All right, I think we're live. I don't understand how StreamYard goes live, by the way, guys. I do want to start the show by explaining that. So it goes live, it doesn't say anything, and then you're not actually live when you're live right away. But we're back for another episode of The Morning After. We got G and Card on here. We're going to start with G, of course. G, how we feeling today?
I feel scared, to be honest with you. I've not ever been in a spot where like you're hosting, and you're a great host. I've enjoyed watching The Morning After all week, but honored to be here, terrified, and crazy stuff last night to talk about though. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we had a rock.
Wait, hold on now. A couple things here. What's up with we're going to G first, of course? What's up with the of course?
I'm a G merchant.
That's respect. So am I. At the same, are you drinking a high noon, Greg?
Yeah, this is the high noon I cracked 3 weeks ago.
It's 10 a.m.
Yeah, I thought it like special occasion. We're all together. It's Deion's show. Was gonna take a shot, but all my liquor's upstairs. So this literally cracked it 3 weeks ago. It's been on my desk for 3 weeks.
How many more shorts?
No chance that's good.
How many more shorts do you guys have to do?
All of them.
Okay. Hopefully that high noon's been like at least not just in dirty air the whole time. Cart, can I guess what jersey you have on?
Of course.
Raheem Sterling.
This is not my Heem jersey. This was a gift that was gifted to me by a couple sheiks that own my team. They gave me a custom Carter Elliott left wing Man City jersey. Listen, when you're a citizen to the level that I am, your team respects you, and they send you PR packages, and they sent me a custom jersey.
So your wife got you that for Christmas?
No, I swear to God, Man City sent this to me.
I'm sure Man City knows who Carter Elliott is.
It's because you're a club member, right? Like the citizen thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't. By the way, if he didn't pronounce that word correctly, I do want to let them know that was Cart that said that. I'm not disrespecting the owners of Manchester City at all.
I am. They got to be better.
Yeah, listen, that's a battle between you and them that I won't get involved in because it feels like it could get dangerous. You guys are doing a Purdue recap already, but do we want to do like a mini little recap on here?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? By the way, when Omer told y'all like how shook he was about the idea of playing inside of a hotel, were we concerned about the result of this game at all? I mean, I guess he didn't say that, but it was written on his face.
You know, I liked Omer's vibes last night. I liked Oscar Clough's vibes last night. I liked CJ Cox's vibes last night. All those dudes looked like they were ready for confrontation, which I think you had to have for Doug McDaniel and Aaron Bradshaw. The rest of the group didn't love their vibes, to be honest. They got kind of spooked.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it either. I thought it was a little bit of Memphis tried to pull cards early on, or they tried to check a couple temperatures, I think, going into that game. And some of those temperatures were a little bit higher than they should have been in that basketball game. And I thought that's kind of why it ended up being the way it was. But at the end of the day, they get the dub. My dog, my PG, our PG, he gets his assists, which got to get if we're going to get that record. Don't like 2 for 14. Gonna blame Baha Mar. That's all it really is. If this is on Baha Mar, whatever Baha Mar actually is, I haven't seen any like actual things of the resort or what it's working with. If we can get some boots on the ground, let us know what the breakfast buffet is like. Don't make any fat jokes after this, but like I need to know what is actually going on at that convention center.
So we have a tournament inside of a hotel that has a casino. First thing you want to know about is the buffet.
Some might say, yeah.
Braden's performance last night, by the way, 1 assist in the first half, 10 in the second half, is like when Cart and I do intermittent fasting and we don't eat until 4 p.m. And you're thinking like, oh, damn, those guys are like not eating as much as they normally eat. That's probably good for them. And then we just get to 4 p.m. and we eat more than we would. That was Braden last night in the second half.
One of my favorite things to do in life, you don't eat all day and then you go to McDonald's and spend like $30, same weight you were the day before.
You said $30?
Yeah.
$30 is a lot to spend at McDonald's, Deion.
Yeah, things get nasty. Not gonna lie, things get nasty. It's not anything I'm proud of. There was one time I ordered a McFlurry from McDonald's. On the ride home, finished the McFlurry, so I had to go back and get another McFlurry because I needed the McFlurry for when I got home.
That's crazy.
Not proud of it.
That's
Not
crazy.
proud of it. There's a reason I remember that story. I'm not proud of that one. The Baja Mar. So I said that they'll never score under 80 again this season, and I do want to tell them that I appreciate them for making sure that we at least got to the 80 mark.
You don't think they're going to score under 80 again all season?
I was lying when I tweeted that.
I was about to say, I don't think you're in Big Ten territory yet. I promise you on everything I love, they're going to win. They will score 73 at Northwestern.
Yeah. So I tweeted as a joke. A lot of people took it seriously, so now I've taken it personal, and now I'm going to make sure they don't score underneath 80. It's as simple as that.
Are we going to note how, like, when Illinois loses, you're just tweeting positive Purdue things? Like, do you want to acknowledge formally that this is a bit? Because no one realizes this is a bit except for me, I feel like.
Not a bit. I got 3 units on them.
So anytime any one of our teams that we cover has like a bad night, you're going to spin it into something positive for Purdue?
Well, it's just because Purdue beat Bama. So I felt like that was like the way, like, hey, you know.
So what are you going to do if Purdue loses to Texas Tech? Because Illinois beat Texas Tech.
Well, I got the perfect spin zone for that, actually. Homeowner 1 said that Fletch said one of the rims was too high. So if the rims aren't fixed, does that game really count?
Cash the ticket at minus 750 that Fletcher lawyer complains about rim height at Baja Mar.
Such a Fletch thing, too, to hit 4 threes in a half and be like, oh, I would have done that in the first half if the rim was the right height. I love that move.
I love that move. Love that move. I want him to say how high the rim was. Like, I want him to come out with what's that little measurement thing, the yellow where you like reach up with it?
A measuring tape?
Yeah.
That.
What the? All right. Okay, I get it now, G. I get it. That was a me move right there. And I get where you're frustrated. What's that little like yellow thing that you
I
use to
didn't
measure?
actually know that. So I don't do I've never been a manual labor guy.
Respect.
Respect.
Never been. Like,
I feel that.
anything goes wrong in my house, we're like calling somebody. There's never been like, I have like 2 tools, and one of them is just to replace the electrical outlet covers. But I don't do any of the wiring stuff. No.
I mean, I'd be disappointed in you as a friend if you did, to be honest. Did you guys see that in the press conference? So Paint was like talking about how his team was too emotional. And then he went on this big statement monologue about how they have to do better with distractions. And then in the middle of saying we can't get distracted, a bird flew in through the room that he was doing the press conference in. And then he started getting distracted and trying to figure out what type of bird it was.
That feels like something TK could help him with based upon the stories from Running Point Pod.
Now, we got to talk about Paint's bird knowledge because he guessed that it was an Oriole in the Bahamas.
What's wrong with that?
There's no way there's Orioles in the Bahamas.
How many birds do y'all think y'all could name?
Pigeon.
Ooh, this is kind of like the thing we did with Hammer where it's like, I could name 17.
I could name 7 birds.
Yeah, I could name that. We should do that. How many birds can you name, Cart?
I can name 3 birds.
I can name 4 birds.
I can name 5 birds.
I could name 6 birds.
Does an Oriole count if I didn't know what it was before you said it?
No, I could name 10 birds.
Do it.
Okay. Blue Jay, Cardinal.
Okay, those were in the chat.
What? Were they? I'm not. Can you see the chat?
those are literally
He's
the last.
definitely looking at the chat.
Those were the last.
Wait, for real. Where do you see the chat at? I'm so serious. I'm being dead ass. Where can you see the chat?
Card, just name the birds, man. You got Blue Jay and Cardinal.
Blue Jay, Cardinal, duck, a goose.
Are those birds?
Yeah, a flamingo, a hummingbird, a mockingbird.
Okay.
What else is I already said a peacock. Are penguins birds?
No.
Okay.
Duck is. I feel like anything is at this point.
A bald eagle.
Okay,
bald eagle.
That was also the last chat.
And a vulture. Talk to me. No, actually, no, for real though. Actually, where can I see the chat?
It's YouTube, not in StreamYard.
Won't that wait? I can look in YouTube. Won't that mess it up?
I think you guys should be able to see it in StreamYard too.
All I see is private chat.
Click on the one to the right of private chat.
Oh, that's fire.
Oh, that is fire. Wow.
Wait, what? Has this been the whole time? Can I see how many people are in here?
In the top left of it, you should be able to see of like our screen where you can see the three of us. You should be able to see a number.
People mad at us saying penguins are birds. Not in my America.
Speaking of comments, though, Cart, Riley wants to know why you were able to pull up for a 3-man morning after, but not for Riley Friday. And he said hashtag Twinsky turmoil. Okay,
listen, we're not going to have a show up off between me and Riley. Okay. Listen, at my real job, I get paid bi-weekly. Riley also shows up bi-weekly. So let's go ahead and end that noise right now.
Deion, this is like when Cohen Carr and Jeremy Fears have a 3-point shootout after practice. No, I can make shots. No, I can make shots.
And Tom Izzo just watches from afar like, what in the world have I signed up for?
Greg's built like Izzo.
I'm way taller than Tom.
Are you?
I'm emotionally built like Izzo for sure. 100%.
That's a scary thought.
Yeah.
I feel like Izzo's got to be built pretty good. He's like 80 and still like screaming on the sidelines as if he's like 40.
All right. I need 5 minutes to look up what Vinay just called me.
Riley says he's here every Thursday in some capacity. Yeah. That's kind of like when Kuminga plays from time to time and he hits for like 25 and we're like, that's our Kuminga. And then there's 3 weeks of like, do we want him on the roster?
Tim Johnson said Cohen Carr has made more threes this year than Trey McKinney. Objectively not true. Objectively, in fact, hold on. Let's do a little math research on this. Trey McKinney has made 9 threes in the first 4 games of his career this season. How many career threes does Cohen Carr have? 6 in 3 years. So, yeah, it seems incorrect, Tim Johnson.
Yeah, Ulamog Cohen Carr is better than Kuminga. I appreciate that.
Well, Tim Johnson did the thing where when you look at Michigan basketball, you don't count the Oakland game.
Oh, yeah. You just pretend the really good performance against a team that like played Purdue within 10 points doesn't count. I get it. Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got it.
Which team played Purdue within 10 points? Oakland?
Oakland, yeah.
Yeah. That was a rough game for us. Pickle Rick wants to know what we thought of the officiating in last night's Purdue Memphis game. I saw like Fox Sports tweeted something about the Illinois-Bama officiating. That was crazy.
Stripes were great.
No, both those. Okay, listen, I'm looking at Fox Sports and I'm looking at CBS Sports because they know what they're doing. They really know what they're doing. Illinois is playing. Let's complain about the rest. Purdue's playing. Let's complain about the rest. If anybody's playing, let's complain about the rest. I want to live in a world where we realize that the worst people amongst us are referees, and we're not going to change them for any bit. They're going to be awful every single game because they are awful people every single day. So we need to just stop complaining about them. Carter Elliott, will be leading the charge on not complaining about stripes. Will I send out a tweet being like, damn, that's a foul? Maybe, but I won't go on 9-minute tangents, send screenshots of moments, do slow-mo GIF breakdowns asking why there is no foul calls in basketball games because I have more things to do in life.
Or because Jeremy Fears is your point guard for the next couple of years.
Even with that.
No shot.
I'm the MIAA leader in technical fouls, man. I get it. I understand.
They're awful people is just ridiculous.
They are.
On that note, though, I do have to go to war for my PG1. Can I get like a body bump foul? Like we were getting wrecked every single drive. Like you got to give me a National Player of the Year call at least once in that game.
I think I'm okay with it. Shout out B, by the way. He said Steph was his favorite player. He's just following in Steph's footsteps. Steph comes out of the game looking like he just got into a fight with a tiger. And he didn't get fouled once the whole game, according to the ref. So I feel like he's just following in Steph's footsteps.
I blame the Prime Minister if we really want to get into it.
Not the Pope.
Yeah, no, the Prime Minister in the Bahamas was I don't think he knows who the National Player of the Year is.
Well, he didn't ask for this. All this is foot traffic into Baja Mar Convention Center and Casino. Business is booming, especially at the slots. I feel like Purdue fans are big penny slots people. They are going. The business is booming.
It's one of the truer and funnier things I've ever heard.
Like they're massive penny slot guys.
Can we investigate that when we go to Indiana for the Final Four? Like, can we go casino to see where Purdue fans are playing at?
They for sure love the free games. They for sure.
No, dog, don't let that bonus hit.
Don't
Not
let
the progressive bonus.
Don't let Purdue get to the players there and they realize in Vegas they get free drinks while they're at the penny slots too.
Guys, why are we burying the lead here? Doug McDaniel legacy game. Yeah. The vibes were high again. I've been waiting on this for years. Yes?
What's burying the lead mean?
Saving like the best for the middle of the show.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Like the first thing we should have said when we jumped on the morning after today was, did y'all see Doug last night? 18 and 47 cramps.
Okay, I got another stray to throw. I don't think Deion knows who Doug McDaniel is.
Played for Michigan as a freshman. He's the short point guard.
All right, that's all I mean.
Then he went to Memphis. He wasn't allowed to play road games when he was at Michigan because of the academic eligibility thing.
Yeah. You know what? Deion, are you allowed to mute me for like 30 seconds? I think I need a timeout.
By the way, I know all that because I watched you guys every day that year.
I'm glad we could be of knowledge.
I remember when it happened, and I remember G's just being baffled by the idea he can only play home games.
That was the best ever. What a time.
My original point guard.
That was a fun year. I feel like we should go back to that era. Life was simple.
No, thanks. Bad man back? No way. Not happening.
Speaking of bad man, I don't want to start rumors. Have you guys heard the rumors he's next in line to be an NBA head coach?
Deserving. Yeah. I mean, all he did at Michigan the entire time was develop pros. So if you're trying to get someone to develop your pros, I don't know who could be better than Juwan Howard.
I mean, I get what team he's an assistant for, but I saw somebody tweet this out. That team is allegedly going to fire their coach at some point this year, and Juwan's the future of it. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, Hunter Dickinson's an NBA player. Thanks, Juwan Howard. If he can do that, he can do anything.
Yeah. I know this isn't an NBA show, but JK managed to divert into the NFL a few times on Monday. So I'm about to divert into the NBA really quickly. I watched a couple games last night of teams that I probably had no business watching. Some of the people on the rosters is crazy. It's it kind of feels like the transfer portal where you just find out some dude's still in college. I found out yesterday that there's multiple guys that I thought had no shot at being in the NBA, and they're just hitting for 20.
I feel that same way about the college game, which is one of my biggest regrets in life. I surrounded myself with a lot of guys that played high major basketball, but every single one of them was selfish.
And you were?
Meaning what?
I played with a McDonald's All-American. If he really wanted to, if he really liked me as a friend, he could have got me on Ohio State's roster.
No,
just on the end, just chilling. He could have got me on the team. Now, given his play there, they might have just booted me as a walk-on after that. But if he really wanted to, he could have got me on the team.
Oh, you wanted to go as a walk-on?
I would have been a goddamn GA. I don't really care. Listen, I'm looking at Arkansas. They took Malik Thomas's best friend. I kid you not, this kid is 5'4", 260 pounds. Legit. And he's on Arkansas's roster. Why couldn't that happen to me?
They already had Mark Titus.
I've always wanted to be Mark Titus. Me and Titus would have been great together as teammates.
Honestly, if that happens, I don't know if this pod ever exists because you and Titus might just have one. That'd be a problem.
No, we wouldn't get along. Titus wouldn't put up. The one thing about Greg is he puts up with a lot.
Titus would get so sick of you.
He would get so sick of me. I did a great job of identifying that I could podcast with G and he would put up with me. And yes, I would toe the line. And yes, there would be days where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm really sick of your shit. But for the most part, he won't just get rid of me.
I mean, in my defense, I have basically set up an entire infrastructure that allows us to put up with you. Like that, the entire way this works is there's just like so many backup plans for any given moment when needed, and it works.
I mean, listen, don't you like want to be kept on your toes?
But the thing is, I love this about you too. When we start to use the backup plans, you get in mode and you get pissed that we're using the backup plans. That's why this works.
I don't know if I get pissed.
No, you've definitely, there's been multiple like send a message card. I'm just going to do it all day with this person. And then the next morning you're on 4 minutes early. Like, no, I want to do all of these.
So now that I know you're doing that on purpose, I'm not going to be doing that anymore.
You're just not going to show?
I'm not going to be motivated.
Listen, you've seen the YouTube numbers. I think you're going to be motivated.
Yeah, that's true.
I was going to say, you've been locked in this month, Cart. I haven't gotten any like, yo, can you fill in for me tomorrow morning text at all? Like, you've been locked in.
Just wait, Stink. There's a lot coming up. I already got a couple dates set aside.
We only got, 2 days left of the month?
Do we have 2 days left of the month on November 21st?
It's Feast Week, Thanksgiving next week. We're not doing Thursday, Friday stuff. Although, Deion, we were going to tell you, Cart and I have basically agreed to just like get on at night with cocktails and do recaps. So if you want to join with us and just do a trio, we could.
I'm in. Sign me up for that.
Yeah, just be Thursday, Friday, no full episodes or anything. But
can I respond to the I do got to ask allegations on running point?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, man. Listen, hand up. I said it a lot. I don't know why, but I legit was you know what? I'm going to blame my PG1 because he always says, oh, yeah, 100%. Like, so I wanted to have my own catchphrase, and it was, so I do got to ask. And I'm not going to do it anymore. I'll try to be better about it. Thank you to my Lord and Savior, Ricketts Morty, who doesn't let me breathe. Legit doesn't let me breathe at any moment. He is always on my ass, which I think I need that push. So good on him for doing so. No diddy.
Yeah, that's my dog, Pickle Rick. Always the first one in here too, so shout out to him. Speaking of Braden, I was listening to the Running Point pod while playing 2K, and I just wanted to make you guys aware of this. I hit for 55 in that game, 16 to 20 from 3. If you guys want to let Braden know, like if he needs anybody on his team, I'm available. And if not, Braden, respectfully, if I see you in the rec, I got smoke for you.
So I'm going to reveal a big secret trick I have, but I tried to get Braden to ambush you Monday this week and be the guest on this show. Like the very first day we did it, it's Deion's show we're hosting. And instead of JK, it was just going to be Braden Smith that showed up to do it with you. But he had class Monday morning. But I do think like that's possible. Like we can get Braden to be a guest with you for this at some point. And whenever that can happen, I'm not going to tell you when it comes.
I think there's a world Braden and I just sit here staring at each other for like the whole 30 minutes if that were to happen.
I feel like it would just be you like telling stories like that. Like, yo, I had 55 playing 2K thinking about you. Yeah. And Braden would just be like, yeah, 100%.
100%. Yeah, 100%, man, for sure.
Hey, wait, can I take a chat? Tominator said, gee, spin zone. Maybe Wake is just good because they battled with Texas Tech. Tominator, no way. No way. No, you have to be a terrible team if you're in a dogfight with Wake Forest. That's what the entire internet told me. It is not acceptable to be playing a close game against Juke Harris and Nate Calmise and Miles Colvin. So, yeah, like a close win against Wake Forest is basically a 30-point loss. So Texas Tech stinks.
Spin zone to that spin zone. You yourself say your team stinks.
I say I hate my team.
Okay, there's a difference.
I despise my team. I think they're pretty good. I just hate them. Yeah.
I gotta figure out how that goes. Someone asked Deion, do you have a wife?
I do not have a wife. And then Connor said Deion and TKR would be weird. I actually feel like that's the end game. Like I feel like Running Point Pod is perfect. I think like you know how like Pardon My Take has the microdosing spin off with like PFT and Arian Foster. I feel like that's me and TK. Like I feel like that's the end game.
Is the spin zone like, yeah, tune into the Running Point podcast and make sure also bi-weekly you check out Was 9/11 an Inside Job podcast with Deion and TKR.
All right.
I feel like, I mean, when they said the moon landing story, the pickles in like every TK story, I'm like, me and him would be perfect on a podcast.
Took everything in me not to pause that pickles in the shower moment.
You should.
I showed a lot of growth during running point between Greg referencing having sex with our PG1 and them talking about pickles in the shower. I've been doing my best.
Maybe I can stutter and say the same thing every time I ask a question, and I'll collect my words a little better.
If it was me and you on the pod cart, there would have been a lot of pause moments for sure. For sure.
Say that again, Greg.
Huh?
Say that one more time for me.
What?
Oh yeah, you got okay. All right.
We got a super chat though. Scare Time Studios, $4.99 donation. Super chat. Shout out to the CBB Pod Dream Team. Friday, fun day, baby. Hand up. I had a dream you three were going live today.
Wow.
That's a special dream.
Oh my God, Scare Time.
Speaking of the super chats, Cart. So JK and I have differing opinions on this. I'll let you know where each one of us lies after this. Are we ever going to see that money?
No.
Okay, so that's what I told him. Just for what it's worth. I told him, I was like, there's no shot we ever see this money, JK. And JK thinks he's getting another paycheck, essentially.
Of course. Oh, well, just he's not going to watch this at all. But just keep on keeping on YouTube going back and forth. But yes, he will not see a cent.
JK has been informed that we can't afford him past February. So we're trying to figure that out right now. But I would be in favor of giving JK the super chats for sure.
I told him if the money is seen, he can have all of it. But like then he started to do the math after the first episode. He's like, well, if we make like 300 a week, that's
in like, super chats.
Yeah, we're at like 100 something this week.
JK can have that car. We're cool with that.
But it's the principle of our producer busting it open for $100. That's like bad for vibes.
We can't afford him though, but for 3 more months,
that's bad for vibes. But also, like him dropping it low for $100 is bad for vibes.
I feel like he has to right now.
I don't think that the producer of Pardon My Take would do that.
I think Max would. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Max would do some nasty things for $100.
I have no clue who Max is.
The producer. Well, one of like 15 producers of Pardon My Take.
I've actually never listened to Pardon My Take. I only like see clips.
I actually think you'd really like that podcast. But like
I don't listen to podcasts.
Yeah, you don't even listen to the stuff on our own channel.
Mm-mm.
Is that your way of like protesting against the rest of us?
It's more of an attention grab than anything. Just like everything I do is really just I got attention move.
Your way of attention grabbing is not supporting the channel you own.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I got yeah.
I'm not a team player.
Yeah. You got to accept that. It's know your personnel, Deion, 100%.
I get why G thinks everything's a bit. Like I get it. Like he has to be on his toes at all time because his like star player refuses to acknowledge the team exists.
I acknowledge the team exists. I just don't. It's like as a unit, we run suicides, right? Or up and downs. I won't touch the line. I'll be a foot short of the line, and I will be willing to go to the spot where, like, I just hope the coach doesn't catch me, but I'm going to stop short of the line.
And this is why Amir Williams did not bring you to Ohio State, because that is how you have always viewed your life and your work ethic.
That's kind of true.
You spent 4 years of high school being the selfish one, and then 15 years later came on here and said all my teammates were selfish.
No, see, y'all got it completely wrong. I spent all my life being unselfish, and this is the time where I can be selfish.
Cart, you're a 907 guy. Like, see you at 907. You cut corners. That's who you are. We accept you for that. I've baked it into how my life works.
Here's the crazy thing, though. I'm usually here at 9. I'll like sit here and get on at I'm sitting down at 9, and then like I'll log in. I'll maybe pull up Twitter, maybe like do a quick like check my phone, and then I'm like, I'll text you. I'll say on or coming, and then I'll do like maybe see what's going on TikTok or something, and then I get on.
So when you take coffee then on, it's really just like sitting down questioning life then on type of thing.
Usually I'm on my second coffee by that text.
Hey, I have a last thing from the chat before we wrap this show, because if I'm involved in the show, we don't go 24 minutes over just talking about NFL with our producer. So the chat says this. We are against channel memberships. That's what Ulamog says. A lot of people want us to turn on YouTube memberships. Here's how I feel about it, and I think Cart feels the same way from talking about it. We don't want to like shake ass for money. Like, don't get me wrong. I want to make money, but on a genuine sentimental feel on this, I don't think you should have to pay for content unless you want to. And I get like you can like that. I guess that's what YouTube memberships do. But even just the idea of like, oh, give us money. Like, I don't want to say that out loud. It's not how this is. Like, if you want to be a part of our Discord, of course, that's a way to do it. We've created that to like get people involved in this show day to day. It feels like we're actually giving something back. But like my biggest pet peeve is content creators who are like, you have to pay to access this content. We want to make this free for people that can't afford it or don't want to. So I get it. I hear you. We are definitely leaving money on the table. And if we're going to lose JK because we can't afford him, that's probably a good way to do it. But like, I don't think we're ever going to do that, Cart. Doesn't that feel like shaking ass?
While you did that, I just applied to turn on YouTube memberships. You're crazy. The part that was kind of bad for me was like, if we do YouTube memberships, like I know people that do that, there's like a value add to it. Like the people that are members of YouTube get a certain thing. I just realized what they get is the morning after show. So I am going to take my aforementioned wide ass and shake it here. I'm turning on YouTube membership.
So we're putting this show behind a paywall, but all the other stuff is free?
It's not behind a paywall. We're still going to do it, but like I'm turning on you. This is a value add.
So you're turning on membership so you can take the money and not give any to JK, who's the one thing we're trying to figure out how to financially afford.
No. This can go to JK. Super Chat can't go to JK because honestly, last thing here, if you really think about it, I feel like a lot of the super chats that are coming in are because of Deion. I don't think anyone's like, oh hell yeah, JK. I agree with that. Here's 5.
That's probably fair, but like I'm okay with JK getting the money. My real reason why I don't think we ever see the money is who's gonna monitor like how much the chats were. Like you're gonna get a deposit from YouTube.
It's only Carter, and you're right. No one will ever see that money.
I told JK that immediately, but in JK's head, I promise you, he's like, well, if we do this each week, that's like $800 a month.
So in 3 to 5 days, we'll learn if we're approved for YouTube membership.
That's great. So we'll end on this. Did we pass the first week test with this show?
I'm happy with how the show's going.
Yeah, I'm happy with how the show. Like, and you got to think passing is like a C. So like y'all pass for sure. Length was an issue, I would say, but besides that, yeah.
Trust me, I know what grade is passing. It's not a C, brother. If you really get down to it, you get a 63. You're getting through a lot of places with a 63%.
Facts.
It's a D- where you start to get in trouble. That's the show, boys. We'll be back next week.